Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm reviewing for you a foundation. Now I am going to butcher the name, so please forgive me. It's the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. Now this foundation has 40 shades and it looks like a really nice broad shade range, which I like. I have the shade 005, which actually swatched in the store isn't the lightest shade. That's 008, but they didn't have a sample of that. And you know me, I'm always going to try a sample of a high-end foundation before I buy it. So like I said, they have 40 shades and it looks like quite a broad shade range, which I like. It seems very inclusive. Now I haven't heard much about this foundation, haven't watched any reviews or anything like that, so I was super excited to give this a go. Now this is like the next lightest shade up. 005 is the next lightest shade up from 008, which swatched the lightest in the store, which is a little bit odd. So I'll include some swatches down below of this foundation in comparison to some of the other foundations in my collection. This is the Lancome Teint Idole foundation in 05. These are the Revolution foundation drops in F1. This is the CYO Long and Lasting Live Proof foundation in 101. And this is the Maybelline Superstay foundation in True Ivory. So now we're going to have a look on the website at the claims. It says, find your perfect match with Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. Lancome has 40 shades, making it easier than ever to find your perfect shade match. It's a liquid foundation with long-lasting, high coverage without feeling cakey. It's great staying power up to 24 hours wear, allowing you to go out and look your best without needing to retouch. It's a smudge-proof foundation that's also transfer-free. So it's SPF 15 and volume 30 ml, which is standard for a foundation. This retails for £32. Now that is like a more of a high-end foundation. Like I've been testing some that are more like 25, which isn't like a true high-end in terms of price. So this is supposed to be a 24-hour wear, so I will do some check-ins for you throughout the day. Transfer-proof, smudge-proof, we shall see. So if you'd like to see me apply this foundation and see how it wears throughout the day, then please keep on watching. And if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you leave. And if you press that notification bell, you'll be notified every time I upload. So I feel like I've not tried any Lancome foundations so far, so I'm actually so excited to try it. It doesn't look like it's necessarily going to be too dark actually, it looks quite light there. I did swatch some shades in store and the shade 08, to me it looked like it was a better match. However, they had 05, so that's what we went with. So as usual, we're going to do one side of my face with my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush and the other with my LA Girl sponge. I do like to go in with the brush first. I feel like it just feels normal, do you know what I'm saying? So again, I haven't looked on the website. I haven't kind of seen how this foundation is supposed to apply. I haven't actually watched any reviews on this. Like, I'm sure I've watched some kind of Lancome foundation review before, but they've got like 2 or 3 as far as I'm aware. And that is strong smelling. Oh, I can smell that on my brush. Like, is that another thing? Yeah, it's coming from this. It's got quite a strong fragrance. So if you react quite badly to fragrances, I would say avoid this. It looks really good applied with the brush actually. Like it is about a shade too dark. And 08 in store actually swatched lighter than this, but looks really nice on the skin with the brush. Normally I don't have this much luck with a brush, as you guys know. Normally my sponge is my go-to. It is a matte finish. It's definitely a matte finish. And I would say it's like high medium to low full coverage on my skin. I don't have like many spots, any scarring or anything like that. You can kind of see on this side that I do have some redness, a little bit of breakouts, but that's more on this side actually. But that looks so pretty. But it looks very natural and skin-like. Like I don't feel like I'm having like a bit of a cake face moment. Right, let's go in on the other side with a sponge. Now I always find that sponges soak up product, but then to me a sponge is my favourite way to apply foundation. I don't know if it feels quicker, but to me it always just looks like smoother. Now I don't feel like on the cheek area here I've got half as much coverage. If you look, like it's about highlight, low medium coverage, you can still see my spots and my skin. Like I don't mind a light coverage foundation every now and again, but if I can apply this and it looks so beautiful with a brush, I'm going to apply it with a brush. Look at how that sits. Like I wouldn't say the finish is any different actually. Like it maybe has a bit more of a glow on this side, but otherwise I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't be mad. at the brush side, and I don't feel the need to smooth it out as I do with many of my other foundations. I am going to have to build the coverage up on this side. I might go back in with the brush actually and then smooth it out with a sponge if it needs it. So I'm just going over this cheek with the sponge just to see if it looks any different, any better. Maybe a little bit better, but not that noticeable. I would be happy just going in with a brush on this one. Oh, that is better already. And it blends really well into like the other side. So my nose is probably the area that I hit last, to be honest. And that's where you can see if it's like dried super quickly, and this hasn't. So then I don't think it may set to a powder finish. To me, when the foundation sets to a powder finish, it dries quickly and you have to like be quick blending it out. I'm very happy with that finish. It looks very natural. I think I may need to blend a little bit more down my neck because obviously the shade is a little bit too dark for me. But it's supposed to be ultra long wear as well. I'm so excited like to see how this wears throughout the day. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the rest of my makeup on. I'll be right back and we'll chat about like how it looks at the end. So I'm back. I put the rest of my makeup on and honestly this foundation looks so good. I did set my face and it just looks so smooth. It's everything I want it to be. Like, it's a little bit dark, that's my only thing. I'm hoping it lasts like this all day. I'm celebrating tonight with Sam, we're having a really nice dinner together, so I hope it looks good for that. I did like really basic makeup today. I wasn't feeling like too much with the eyeshadow. It felt like a little bit much to do like the full shebang. The only thing I wasn't super keen on is I didn't really enjoy how my concealer went over top of this foundation. I feel like I need to try some different concealers with it. It just didn't look so good like around here, like I don't know what was going on with it today. So I used the Kiko Skin Tone Concealer in 2 and the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. And the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in white. For my setting powder, I use the Coty Airspun Translucent Powder, and for my bronzer, I use the MUA bronzer in Solar. There's like the matte bronzing powders and the shimmer ones. This is always going to be the matte one. For my blush, I use the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso, and for my highlighter, I use the Ofra highlighter in Pillow Talk. For my brows, I use my Revolution Redemption palette. I also use this for my eyes. I took this shade in my eyes and then used this one that I'd hit pan on for my eyebrows. I also use the L'Oreal Berry Plumper in medium to dark just to set my brow hairs in place. For mascara, I use the L'Oreal Miss Baby Roll mascara, and for lipstick, I used the Sugar Pill Liquid Lip in Trifle. I really like this colour. I'm not normally like a pinky kind of lipstick wearer, but I think this looks super nice. It's got like this pinky purpley hue. Doesn't go with my outfit, but that doesn't really matter, I can change my outfit. I also set my face as usual with MAC Fix Plus, the new bottle with the new squirter, and I've had this for a few weeks and I'm doing really well, not going through like loads and loads, because I do give my face like a proper shower normally to set, but I don't think it looked too bad today. Like as a matte foundation, this didn't look super powdery to me with a powder to set it. I don't know that a powder is essential all over the entire face. I did like when I'm raising my eyebrows, I did have creasing before I set it. So that's my only concern with when it gets a bit drier, setting my forehead. Do I not? Do I have creasing? Like I don't know what to do there. We'll see when the time comes. But I think just setting my cheeks would be like all it would need. It looked really beautiful, this foundation. I'm so excited to see how it lasts throughout the day. So we're going to do like a 4 to 6 hourly check and a about 8 to 10 hourly check. Hey guys, so it's about 4 hours in and I thought I would show you how the foundation looks on my skin. I keep looking in the mirror because it's just not changed, which is a little bit of a boring update. It still looks like really flawless. There's no patchiness, no loss in coverage, no oxidization. It doesn't look any darker than it did before. I'm fairly happy with it. It looks very nice and flattering on the skin. Like I don't see like loads of texture, anything like that. It's not like ultra smoothing, don't get me wrong, not like the CYO is, but it's lasting a bit better on my skin. I'm just really enjoying it so far. Like, I have enough in that sample, I think, to give it another wear test before I buy a bottle. But if it lasts like this to like the 8-10 hour point, I'll be very impressed. So it's quite late now, it's about 10 o'clock. I've had this foundation on for 9 hours because I did start the foundation review quite late. And honestly, this foundation looks so good. I mean, not much of my bronzer has held, but some of it has. And on the MUA bronzer, it doesn't tend to hold so well, so I'm really pleased. It looks good near enough everywhere. You can see I've had my glasses on and it hasn't held there. I didn't necessarily expect it to. I don't think that's like a fair test of it. But it has started to just gather slightly in the creases. So I've lost a little bit of the coverage on my chin. It started to gather here. But otherwise, it looks really good. I'm really happy with it. Honestly, I can see myself buying a bottle of this. Like I said, I have enough in my sample for another wear test just to be sure. So I'm going to maybe use that tomorrow or the day after, and then I'll see about buying a bottle. So I really hope this helped you guys out. I'm really loving this foundation, to be honest, and I didn't anticipate loving it as much as I do. So if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you leave. And if you've tried this foundation, then please let me know in the description box. Thank you for watching.